So here's the thing.
Okay.
Zach has never had good luck happen to him ever in his life. There's no fucking way he's winning this tournament, dude. Are you kidding me? SFAT's not going to win the tournament.
I'm a believer. I believe in Zach.
Okay, and that's not entirely true. Zach's won SSSs he's gone to, and he's also can be a pretty lucky player sometimes. That's one of the things people level against him the most to diminish his skill level.
Okay, so
in the narrative, in this saga of SFAT, you really think he wins this tournament?
Now's his time.
He busters out, and he smiles and grins while it happens.
No, dude, this is his chance. Hey everyone, welcome back to Analog, this time for our Halloween extra special extravaganza. You can see that we're in costume.
I thought I'd be tired of seeing you in a DK tie by now,
but you were wrong.
Yeah, so Rishi's here as DK, and I'm here as my costume this year is an actually good player. Oh, that's what I'm going as. So,
damn.
I played Netfly for the first time in like forever last night. Oh man, some rough stuff. Rough stuff.
Rough enough that you don't deserve to wear the medal anymore.
Well, I was trying to protect the audio quality more, but yeah, that's it.
Like, actually, I should take this off.
Listen, this is Chillin's medal, really. Anyways, we already talked.
No,
about
this one's actually mine.
No, it's Laud's medal.
Well, that's Laud's. Yeah,
we agreed that you got carried in ever. That wasn't just a you got carried that specific.
Just for the history of my team's career.
Yes.
I've been carried by my partners.
Yes. Yes.
Just like Donkey Kong carries me.
Oh, I was trying. You know, I had a weird like moment of recognition. Like, haven't we made that joke before? And I realized it's, joke. But it's because it's the thumbnail that I made too for that episode. Yeah. But welcome back after 3 weeks. Was
it 3?
Well, it's been 2 weeks since we saw each other, but it's been 3 weeks since our last episode.
Dang.
Yeah, because we took 1 week off while I made the 9,000 wind-up punch, the leader of the bunch promo video.
So that was 2 weeks ago, right?
That was a little bit more than 2 weeks ago because it was over the weekend. But yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. We skipped that Monday. And then last week...
Well, what was 3 weeks ago? Oh, 3 weeks ago was the episode.
Yeah, so it's been
Oh, so we took 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That's right. Last week...
I had my new job. My new job, yeah. So we didn't do an episode then either. So yeah, it's been 3 weeks.
I was too stressed anyways.
Yeah.
It was like the second to last deadline for summit voting.
Rishi and I collabed, like we came up with the leader of the bunch thing together and we wrote the script together and then I came over here and we didn't even tell Nico and Kat that they were going to be.
Yeah, we were just like, do you want to be in a video? And they're like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then like we spent like a solid like 90 minutes, 2 hours.
Yeah, like filming. 2 hours filming it. Yeah, they were chill because they only had to do a part of it. But and we did a lot of filming. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out.
Same,
too.
Yeah.
It was fun to edit. I have other editing projects going on right now that are like a nightmare to edit. So to have something where I shot everything and the audio was clean, I was like, oh my God, this is the best. Because it just went the way I wanted it to.
I was definitely happy with how it came out, and people thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And shout outs to Keith the Human for the dope graphics.
Yeah. That was also, I was very proud of myself animating
Your animating it was sick too.
Yeah.
Then we did the actual punch.
Which was great.
A few days later.
And then I think that final thing where the final please save a Zane thing where you messaged me and I had just gotten home from like a 10-hour day of work or something. So I said, yeah, I'll send in a vid, but I just didn't have time whatsoever.
Yeah,
but it worked out.
It did work out.
I think that was actually pretty important, to be honest. Yeah. Because I think it directed people to the video of you punching Zane, which they might not have seen.
Yeah, because if you didn't see the stream, you might not have seen me punch Zane.
Yeah, but it was good. It was a fun time. I'm really fucking happy we got you into Summit. I was really happy because I don't get to do skit stuff like that very often.
Yeah,
like directed stuff. You know, it's usually like set up a camera on a tripod and film like this. So to be able to actually like come up with shots and a shot list and put it together, it was fun. And I'm really happy people liked it. It made me really, really happy.
I used to do stuff like that, like writing dumb sketches and then filming them for my college a cappella group. Like for our concerts, we had a theme, and then we would like put together a video, and usually it'd be like we'd film either the day before our concert so that we would edit it overnight and not go to class the next day. So this turned out a little better than those usually did, but it was nice to flex those creative juices after a long time.
It was really fun, and it was cool because whenever you make something like that, you come up with stuff on the spot too. And that's always fun. Coming up with the zoom in on Nico's face ended up being so fucking
eating
funny.
the banana.
That was so good. He killed that. He really did great with that one. That was really fun. There was one other thing. Oh, yeah. I was so mad at you, though, for the way you posted it on Twitter. I was like, God damn it. This is not going to get...
I didn't embed it into
You didn't embed it, and you put no description whatsoever. You just posted the video, like, right after you were on stream, and I was like, no one's going to know what this is, Rishi. They're just going to see the YouTube link and not click on it. So I did my part, and then and I was like, I've done enough. I've done all I can. Yeah, it worked out. We got you in. Yeah. With the most votes.
Yeah, the most votes.
Because that's always how it ends up.
61,000 votes.
Yeah.
Or 60.8 thousand votes.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I think we can share this behind the scenes stuff now, but so initially we were like, we'll get Rishi in on the first day, because you really were like, aside from Kalindi, like the most qualified candidate, I think. I feel like...
Yeah, in terms of qualified.
Yeah, right? Yeah, and like making content. And I just feel like you were an ideal candidate.
Yeah.
So we were like, we'll get Rishi in on the first day, we'll get a bomb. And then we saw that Slox was in the running, and we're like, oh, okay, I guess we're not going to get Rishi in on the first day.
And then a few days before, Kalindi was just so far ahead of everyone.
Right.
And we had like a group chat on Discord where we were just like talking about how we wanted to run the campaign. And eventually it became clear that getting in the first day was not going to be a viable strategy.
Yeah, so we had to stay alive.
So we had Zane and Junebug both came up to New York that weekend, and they streamed with me basically the whole weekend. So the whole DK 9,000 Wine Punch thing was just like generate as many votes as possible. And
that we can keep our bombs for later.
Yeah.
But it was still really scary because... So then Shiz got in, which no one expected.
Literal last 10 seconds, he got a 20k bomb.
But also made things even more hectic because up to that point, our bomb it wouldn't have gotten us in, but it would have at least gotten us to ahead of everyone else, right? You know, like if you added the points to your votes, it would have gotten you there. Yeah. But because of the Shiz thing, Kalindi's votes were far ahead that everyone had to inflate. And so you were nowhere near, like, the bomb that you would have dropped wouldn't have gotten you, it would have gotten you to 4th place.
Yeah.
To 5th place, like something like that.
Yeah, and then there was the question of, like, is Slox done or not? Like, did New England, did they say, that's all we got and you're done? Yeah. Or was that part of their strategy? I'm still not really sure.
No, I think they just didn't get him in.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
But then I was concerned because I had work for... all week, and the voting deadline is 5 p.m. So it's like, well, that was one of the reasons I wanted to get in day one, is because I wasn't going to be able to stream for the next 2 deadlines. So I was so nervous on Monday.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know who did and didn't have a bomb. And we did have like a mini bomb to make sure I stayed in.
Yeah.
It turns out we didn't even need as many votes as I dropped on that Monday. And then Army didn't have a bomb.
Right.
Which I didn't expect.
Yeah, it ended up working out really well. And I think I kept saying when you were mentioning to me you wanted to run, like, you'll get in 100%, because I thought you were so qualified. But what I didn't anticipate was that Swedish and Slox would both want to enter, which was like a really hard thing because the power of Tri-State got 2 in when 2 was like 2 was amazing, but when it was a real long shot for him. So I thought, with Tri-State behind you, there's no way you won't get in.
Yeah.
But Tri-State was a little bit split up, as they're fine to do. Actually, it's really funny because, for those of you who don't know, Tri-State in Smash does not include Pennsylvania. It's New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. And so it was literally one player from each of those states, basically. Yeah.
And honestly, like, there wasn't even a coordinated Tri-State effort.
No, there wasn't.
Like, there was really nothing there.
No, but there wasn't that much of a coordinated effort for Toussaint either. Like
Yeah.
a little bit, but it was just that we had someone common to rally behind.
Yeah, there was one person, but when there's three of us,
Yeah, so I
No
thought
one's
just
really
that
saying
common
anything.
thing. But I think that's why it's really the content we put out. I think really was important because I think
so too, yeah.
keeping us that high, keeping you that high. I keep saying us because I just took so much.
it was a
pleasure.
team effort.
It was, but keeping you that high was like really critical to the end and getting in at the very end. So, I also wish. My really sad, selfish wish. Swedish, I'm really sorry. I don't. Swedish doesn't listen to our podcast, obviously.
No one tells Swedish whatever he's about to say.
I'm really happy with Swedish being in. You know, he beat Armada. Like that's a pretty fucking good qualification. But I was, I think I'm always less inclined to see repeats, especially when there's such a incredible talent pool.
Yeah.
And I talked about how Gatsu was one of my ideal picks. You mentioned that you really like Triff as a pick. Neither of those people campaigned.
Yeah, Gatsu still had a shot without campaigning. Triff had no shot.
The person who it's really sad to see eliminated because I think that they have the resume and they campaigned was Army. And it's all the more it's all the more heartbreaking because on the day of voting, that Army's rap, which is amazing by the way, the best Smash rap of all time free. It had like 1,500 views, and then right after voting happened, it blew up, and everyone's seen it now.
Yeah.
So I don't think it helped his voting at all.
I don't know. When I first listened to it, I was like, this is decent. And it just grew on me all week.
I mean, I think there's some real weird, like the hook of Zane got Axe is really
it carries it.
It's I think it's a really awkwardly phrased hook because Axe and Next don't rhyme. They don't even half slide
I don't care,
rhyme.
dude. The chorus is the best part by far.
No, I think some of the verses are fucking amazing.
No way, dude. The chorus is so good. It's so catchy.
Oh, I love it though. That's God fucking. His diss on Bananas was so sick, especially because Army doesn't mean any of it.
Yeah, the Chew line. Oh my lord.
Yeah,
that might be another thing. There may have been some stuff in the rap that just went over people's heads.
Like the Hungry Box bar too.
Yeah, like that, and some people probably at this point don't know about the Chew Dat Chronicles.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was a great rap. And it's on Spotify, guys.
It is. Go listen. The Hungry Box bar is sick because it has every one of her special moves in it.
All of them?
Yeah, it's pound your girlfriend, and then she'll take a rest or I don't know, I forget where Sing is in there, and she'll roll out of bed.
He'll make her sing jiggly,
and then roll out of bed.
That I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. It was really well written by I forget his name, the guy who actually wrote it.
The editing is so funny too.
It's so great. It's very it's really very it's very good.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, it reminds me of stuff like Itchy Ma. If you know that song.
I don't know.
You listen to Itchy Ma. There's a whole genre of rap that uses that as their music video style.
But yeah, I was just surprised that he didn't have like a bomb, especially once Johnny and Wes were already out. So I guess SoCal just kind of decided not to go ahead.
Which sucks. It's sad.
Yeah.
Our Army, I think really got screwed in a couple ways in that Bananas getting it. I think Army would have got in 100% if Bananas didn't qualify.
Think so?
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like I don't think people care about that as much as you think.
I think they totally do. I think people are willing to vote in. Maybe not, because maybe they wouldn't have voted for Army.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like it's not like they say, all right, one ICs is enough. I think if there were no ICs, they'd be like, let's have no ICs.
No, people do say one ICs is enough. But I just don't think those
one
people...
One ICs is like the maximum.
Yeah.
Zero is preferred.
Right. No, but I think those people... No, I saw people saying it's cool to have an ICs there. I just don't think those people would have voted for Army in the first place. Okay. So it probably isn't that big a deal.
Gotcha.
But whatever. It's going to be Army Fiction Grand Finals at the Mango. So...
I don't know, man. I know SFAT wants to win that tournament.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Did you see... I forgot who said this. I think it was maybe Ashcon or Aiden or someone. But I think it was Ashcon. They tweeted out that the Mango should... Everyone going to the Mango who's qualified for Summit should just dick around and drink and play doubles for and not take it seriously in singles, so that grand finals is for a summit spot. And I think that'd
be cool.
If anyone who's going to the Mango who is who is already qualified, I'm rooting against you so hard. I want you to not make it far at all.
I had been assuming that I wasn't going to be able to go to the Mango for a while, so I'm like committed to a different tournament, because I was like, Mango 2-day tournament, West Coast, flying back and forth.
Yeah.
I didn't know about Summit yet at that point. It just didn't make sense for me to even consider going. I checked my schedule today, and I forgot that Monday is Veterans Day. So it's a 3-day weekend, which means I'm working 1 day that week.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Tuesday's my only work day that week.
What tournament are you going to? House of Pain?
House of Pain, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Which will be fun, because at least I'll get to hang out with Lot there.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I wouldn't have
Who's auto-qualified that would enter the Mango? I want to call them out right now. I don't think any of these people are entering the Mango. Right?
And then, I don't think so. And then it's just these people.
Okay, so maybe it will work out that way.
I heard Leffen's going and wants to try, but he probably will drink. He'll probably drink and still try, which might be enough to get him in grands. I don't know.
I'd be annoyed if he did that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Leffen just placed third at a very stacked DB Fighters tournament.
He was in winners finals.
Yeah.
Against Sonic Fox.
So this is Canada Cup, and his bracket was a little weird because they didn't, the seating was interesting. But he beat Dogra, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what ended up happening is, it's weird to me that, it's because Dogra is very inconsistent, but Dogra and Kazunoko faced off in top 8 quals, I think. And so Leffen just had to beat Dogra to make it to winners finals.
Okay.
Which is weird to me because Dogra and Kazunoko are both super, super strong players. But yeah I don't know. It's cool also because Leffen's played Dogra at like every tournament they're both at. He got beaten by him at Summit of Power, and then
Didn't he beat him at Summit, or was that a different tournament?
I think he might have beat him, and then he got eliminated by him in losers.
Maybe, yeah.
I think that might have happened. But yeah, he got third.
He was putting up a good fight against Sonic.
Yeah, like it was respectable.
Yeah.
He still got bodied, but
Even when it looked grim, like he still almost brought it all the way back like twice.
yeah. So that was cool.
But he was like just a little outclassed.
Yeah,
I didn't watch
definitely.
the Kazunoko set, but
I assume it was the same. I didn't watch that either.
yeah.
I quit watching them.
Meanwhile, in Melee at Canada Cup,
Yeah.
I woke up like right as top 8 was starting, and I was like, I really hope I didn't miss HBox Stuck, and I did not miss it. I saw their first set, and
Which was 3-1. Took a game.
3-1, a heartbreaking 3-1, because
I didn't see it.
You could see how it was so doable.
Really?
For Duck, yeah. And I actually messaged him on Facebook immediately after that set, just saying like, you can win this tournament, I believe. And I like to think that I played a large part in Duck then.
Well, he did not win the tournament.
He didn't win the tournament.
But he did do something pretty impressive, which is that he 3-0'd HBox.
After beating none.
I was about to say that too, which is maybe even more of an accomplishment given how the tournament panned out after that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like some people have a theory that HBox intentionally throws away the first set of grands against, or just like uses it more for information gathering. Which I don't know, but I don't know how I feel about that.
Why would you intentionally drop a 6-year record?
I don't think I don't think that's what happened. But I do think maybe he plays the two sets of grands differently, you know?
I'm sure he does.
But he beat, the Canada Cup Smash GG page is such a nightmare to navigate.
Yeah.
But Duck beating None is like huge.
Didn't he beat None recently too?
Yes, he did. But
now twice in a row.
Twice in a row is pretty incredible. I want to see him do it against other Falcons, but I mean that has been his demon matchup for years and years and years.
But man, not only beating HBox, but 3-0ing him with Samus. So I've been saying for a little while that Samus Puff is not that bad for Samus. Duck also thinks this. Duck is also very studied in the Puff matchup and has helped me in the Marth Puff matchup as well, because he understands Puff really well, having played with Prince Abu for a large portion of his Melee playing career.
Yeah.
He just played that matchup so well, and he made such good adjustments from the winner's set to the grand set.
What specifically did you notice? Because I didn't see the winner's set.
In winners, he was doing a lot of dash attack cross-ups on shield. And that's like, it's pretty safe. Like, it's a little hard for Puff to punish because it's hard to react to it because she runs at your shield and then the dash attack hits you on the other side and then she has a burst of movement away from you.
Yeah, the dash attack pushes Samus, like the contact pushes her away a little bit too.
It pushes...
Or pushes
you,
the shielding person away.
Away, in the opposite direction of the attack because it's a cross-up.
Yeah.
And instead, in Grands, it seemed like he just kind of waited and pressured more, realizing that HBox wasn't actually picking that many like options at his shield.
Yeah, he seemed very... His punish game was also, like, for Samus Puff, it was pretty crazy.
And he whiffed a few charge shots in neutral, but all of those charge shots were covering at least half of HBox's options.
Yeah, I mean, Duck has always been one of the most fun Samuses to watch play against floaties. Mm-hmm. He's had many like very doable sets with Armada too. And it's just the way that he uses charge shot to cut off the horizontal movement of movement of floaties in the air is really fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's really I think if he's done this, it could be a pretty big thing in general. Although the two floaties that he typically had trouble with were HBox and Armada, so it's really just relevant to HBox.
Yeah. He really knows how to like create strong, favorable mix-ups in a lot of scenarios. He also was the first Samus to ever beat Bladewise.
Yeah.
In tournament. I think they've never played, but I don't think Bladewise has ever lost to another Samus.
No, yeah, that's big.
This could be, I mean, for me, this means like I need to see Duck beat more of the Spaceys. And if that happens, I think he's on his way to like the top 10.
Wasn't there another thing with Bladewise that happened recently though?
I don't know.
Where Bladewise lost to a Samus lost to something that he'd never lost to before for the first time?
I don't know.
There was something else. One of the viewers comment, I'm sure something with Bladewise happened recently. It was either Bladewise doing something that's never been done or like beating someone who's never lost to Peach. I think that might have been what it was.
I don't know.
I forget who. Anyways, yeah, good stuff from Duck. It was honestly a not super stacked tournament. I remember checking it out and seeing Jamrun, and Jamrun's a good player.
Did you see Duck versus Fiction?
No.
I actually went back to watch it because I didn't want to miss it. And it's a pretty sick set.
Yeah?
It kind of looks degenerate towards the end because it's like 80% of the match is Fiction grabbing Duck and down throwing over and over again. And it works like an okay amount of times.
Yeah.
To the point where I'm like, I guess I don't blame you for doing it over and over. But watching Duck make the 3-0 comeback is definitely like...
Oh, I didn't know that's what happened.
It was a 3-0 comeback,
oh,
yeah.
Fiction.
It was crazy.
Fiction's gonna solve his mental and we're all gonna be in trouble. Like, legitimately. I'm not even making a dig at Fiction. That he does throw many sets.
Yeah. He lost to Hacks, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I didn't watch it.
Well, so here's the other thing. So I only saw Hacks versus Moki, which was really back and forth, and they both had...
Pretty sloppy.
It was pretty sloppy. Moki is one of those foxes who can make things look sloppy because he has a very non-standard punish game.
Yeah.
And so he'll go for like a fair and it just doesn't work out, and then he drops what could have been a more extended punish. But Moki was definitely... it looked like Hacks was going to win straight up in game 2, where Moki counterpicked him to FD, because Moki was just dropping his chain grabs like over and over and over again. And they made a pretty huge comeback on Hacks, and it was interesting. But Hacks is actually, like, it's obviously not the caliber of player that he used to be, but he quietly had a pretty good tournament because he beat Ryan Ford to make top 8.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, so that's actually pretty... It's notable because Ryan Ford's really, really good at the Fox Ditto. Mm-hmm. It's easily his best matchup. So,
Prince Abu, Jamron's a Peach player?
Jamron plays Peach and Ices, I think.
So which one beat Prince Abu?
Probably Ices.
Interesting.
I might be wrong about that, but I think he plays both.
I also feel like the Peaches in the top 100 level tend to beat the Puffs in the top 100 level.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Outside of H-Box.
Yeah, but it's quietly a pretty okay performance for Hacks. Might be a little bit of a return to form. I think that I'm actually filming a thing with Hacks tomorrow for my new job.
Cool.
So I'll ask him about it, but I think that he's probably about to start taking Melee seriously again because the box has been legalized and pre-orders are open. And
let's be honest, he's been taking Melee seriously all year instead of the other stuff for a lot of the time.
Yeah, but it's still been divided attention.
Yeah.
And there's still been many tournaments that he's been registered for and then dropped out of. I just mean that he's going to start actually... Okay, listen. Taking Melee seriously for Hacks comes in levels, as you know. Because taking Melee seriously like he did for this whole year probably means he was practicing every day, a lot.
Yep.
And
like 10 plus hours worth.
Yeah, but practicing Melee seriously for Hacks when he has nothing else on his mind is he's practicing for 15 hours a day. And which is not good, but that is what he does, so, Although, I don't know, he also, even when he was a good player, he also will just stop playing and just spam league games for a week, too.
Yeah.
He's sort of that type of person, so.
Yeah, so forgive me if I'm skeptical of your expectation that he's about to return to form. I'm at the point where I don't believe anything I hear about Hacks until I see it.
I would say...
Even if he tells me himself.
I would say that barring any new developments with the box, anything that keeps him from playing, that Hacks he'll be top 2 in New York again by summer.
Okay.
That's my wager. That's what I think.
There's always something, though. There's always something.
Yeah, then there's the times when he comes back and does really well. He made top 2 while he was playing on the box at one point too.
Yeah.
He was playing really well then. He beat Westballs, got 5th at Pat's house, remember? They just stopped playing. I think he does just stop playing.
Because he injured a different finger.
You're not supposed to. He doesn't want us to talk about that.
Might be.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I just like watching Hacks play.
Yeah, he's a very unique fox.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. I saw a lot of people calling Moki Leffen Jr., which I think is so inaccurate.
Why?
Because he was losing to Samus.
So every Fox Jr. except a couple.
But they're such different players.
Yeah, no, they're so different.
So many regards. Moki's so scrappy, and Moki's really interesting. He's developed a lot of... So I talked to him at Genesis, and I did an interview with him, and I asked him about his labbing strategy, and he said, the impression that I got from Moki is that he's just a really young, naturally talented player who's put a lot of hours into the game, but who hasn't done a lot of serious analysis, like ever. And he's started doing it recently. And I think that it's been seriously helpful for him. And he's discovered some really, really cool things, actually. Did you see that, like, beating Puff tech trap thing that he posted?
No.
So, you know the Puff up air, or up throw, up air tech trap on Fox on platforms?
Yeah.
So, basically, he realized that there is a window where if you DI away and smash DI the up air up, you can input 2 tech inputs, and neither of them and it won't lock you out because you'll be in the air for longer.
Interesting.
So you can try to tech the up air, and then you
you'll have time for the second tech.
You smash DI up, and because you're in the air for longer, you'll be able to tech. You'll just be able to press L again and tech again.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I'm glad he was playing that well a few days after getting eliminated from Summit.
Yeah. I think that I saw a post that he made from Summit. He said it was really stressful, but that he's just sort of glad for it to be over.
Yeah.
I think he is just like, I'm sure he was a little salty, but he's just a young player, and he knew he was out for a while. As soon as the
Monday was over,
yeah, he knew he was out.
I thought I could have sworn that there was like, I thought it was likely he was done, but I thought there was a chance he had like a secret Canada bomb.
Canada's never had a bomb.
Yeah.
The one time they got someone into Summit was because none like complained a ton that they weren't getting him into Summit.
Right. But didn't none qualify?
Didn't they vote him in once too? Did he?
I thought he'd only been one time.
No, he did just qualify, didn't he? Yeah, so they didn't get him into Summit.
Yeah.
No, wait. Because I remember Nunn making a bunch of posts about, like, you guys won't vote me in, and then he was like, never mind, it's fine. I don't think it's when he qualified. Has Nunn been in 2 summits or just one?
I thought it was just one.
I have no idea. There's too many
There's
now.
so many summits, yeah. But it's really, like, it seems like so many, and then I look back
I actually want to look it up.
Right.
Just look up Nunn, and you can...
Oh, his tournaments?
Yeah, you can just go to Liquipedia or Smashpedia or whatever. SSB Wiki.
Summit 2015, 2016.
He's been in 3
Summit?
Oh, no. That's a Canadian tournament just called Summit.
Okay, Smash Summit 3
and 6.
6.
Yeah, he got voted into 3 and he auto-called for 6. I knew it.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. What a crazy time. So you started your new job last week. Were you at TwitchCon?
No.
But you were doing something for TwitchCon.
Yeah. So the thing I'm really happy about it. I'm sorry, you guys, that it means that I haven't been able to do the podcast. And realistically speaking, times when we're gonna have to take breaks are gonna happen a lot more now because of my new job. We'll see how editing it's gonna go this week, but
Yeah.
I don't know. So I work now at a TV company, a media company called Cheddar. It's run by the former president of BuzzFeed.
That's cool.
Yeah. And they brought me on as a segment producer on their esports show that they're making. So it's going to be a live show. Going to premiere November 8th. Esports, like, talk show, I guess. But I'm really excited about it, legitimately. You know, the last thing I was making was fun, and it was good editing, the leaderboard stuff. But it was, you know, we had a lot of demands to meet, and the people there didn't know esports. I have a team working with me, and actually one of the hosts is one of the people I worked with the leaderboard. That's how I got the job. But it's a team that really knows esports, and, like, we're definitely going to have real, like, big guests on.
Sick.
At TwitchCon, just at TwitchCon, we had Emmett Shear, the founder of Twitch. We had Dante, who's the DPS player now for the Houston Outlaws. He used to play for the SF Shock. We had Kayun, who is a Fortnite player and streamer who placed 5th in the Fortnite tournament there. He plays for Ghost. We had the senior marketing executive of Doritos. We had this guy Fallout, who's helping run Monday or Mixer's Friday Fortnite stuff. Who else? We talked to Golden Boy because he's now, I don't know if you saw, but Golden Boy, the commentator, is going to be commentating The Rock's new show.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
What network is it airing on?
So Cheddar airs, it's going to air on Twitch, twitch.tv/Cheddar.
Okay.
After, it's going to air 3 days a week, Thursday, Friday, Monday, 5 to 7. It's also going to air on Cheddar, like the platform, which you can watch. And then it's also on, it's on Hulu, it's on Sling TV, it's on Roku, a couple, like,
Sick.
big cable packages pick it up, like it's on Xfinity, I think, you know, in the higher channels. But yeah, it's like legitimately live TV.
That's awesome.
I think it'll be less that much of a focus for us. We're going to do a ton of social integrations. If you guys come in the Twitch chat, social integrations. I know that's the least appetizing thing to hear whatsoever. But we're going to have a lot of stuff where we talk to Twitch chat, and I'll be talking to Twitch chat, and, like, I might be on the show. I'm not a host of the show, but I might be on there as, like, a talking producer role.
Sweet.
Like someone in the studio sometimes. I think we're going to do a test run of that. So yeah, it's really exciting. I've worked so much this week because we realized that our rundown was just completely wrong the day before TwitchCon, so I stayed till 10 p.m. to fix it.
That sucks.
It does, but honestly, like, once we did that show on Saturday, and I worked 8 hours on Saturday making the show, but it was so fucking fun. You guys can't see this photo anymore unless you're Facebook friends with me, but I posted a photo of me with my headset on, like that you see people have in like, Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip, and the control room we're working from, and it's a big control room with like 30 different monitors and stuff. It's really fucking cool. I had to take that photo down because shout outs to Hohep, thank you for showing me. I did check in with our social media guy and be like, is it okay for me to post a photo of the control room? And he said, yeah, but there was a thing in that photo that revealed a confidential login.
Ooh. So you're saying I can still access this picture?
No, I edited it on
Facebook.
Yeah, I changed it on Facebook. But it was like, it's not a huge deal, but there was like a piece of tape that had like a login so that people wouldn't forget when going on the computer.
That's really funny.
It's fine. Please no one tell my company. I would hate to lose this job. But yeah, it's been really, really, really fun. I'm really excited for it. And they really I don't know, it's people from an esports background, and we're not going to do this like samey, just esports covering everything bullshit. We really want to do like wide-ranging, interesting stories that are personal. Like we did a feature on Waypoint Cafe, and that's built into a larger thing of like spaces for gaming that are for like people to come and play games and not just compete, and not just stadiums and stuff, and like the grassroots of esports. The piece on Aziz tomorrow I'm really excited about. We're going to do, we're going to focus on like the controller, and basically like, I mean, because his story is pretty remarkable. We're used to it, but the fact that he broke his hands from playing Melee too hard and then went through a torrid tale to make his own controller to play Melee again is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
It's pretty absurd. So I'm excited for that. Should be good. It's cool. I'm really happy that I'm getting to make TV about esports. It's a pretty cool job.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Damn.
So tune in. November 8th, 5 p.m. Twitch.tv/.
What day of the week is that?
Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Yeah.
That's sick. East Coast?
Yeah, 5 p.m. EST. And then we'll be live Thursday, Friday, Monday. I really like the amount of pull we have and stuff is pretty cool. Like, I was talking to them, and they basically said that if this show had been launched a month earlier, like we would have gone to Korea to cover Worlds.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah, they basically implied that, and like when we were talking guests, I was saying stuff, and they're like, no, like, it doesn't matter. Just say a guest, and we'll see if we can get them. And I was like, Drake. And they were like, that's not going to happen, but fine, yes, do that. I was like, because we had, like, a pro basketball player in the studio last week. We had, like, studio execs and stuff in there for the other Cheddar stuff. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe we get, like, Scooter Braun or something on, because he just invested in 100 Thieves, too. So, that's pretty cool. I'm excited. Lots of cool things coming Analog's way. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I think we're gonna take a quick break, and then we'll come back with talking about other things. I don't know. Yeah. We'll see. We'll look forward a little bit. There's a lot to look forward to. Yeah. That's a good point. All right. See you guys. What's up, guys? It's been a little while since I've gotten to come in and do a late night recording in the middle of these episodes. I missed it a little bit. As always, I'm speaking quietly because I'm doing this at 1:30 a.m. But yeah, it's nice to talk to you guys again. I hope our absence wasn't felt too harshly, but I do hope you guys enjoyed the stuff that we put out in the meantime, like the stream that we did, and the video that we made. I had a really good time making that, like I said in the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know. It was really fun. I don't know, maybe we'll do some more stuff like that just for fun in the future, because Rishi has tons of dumb ideas like that, so it was really fun to make. Thanks to Nico and Kat for helping out with that. And really, I said this already, but thank you to all of you guys for helping get Rishi into Summit. We really couldn't have done it without you. Our fan base, I mean, feels weird to call it that, but our fan base was sort of critical in having that just base, I guess, there's not a better way to put it, of votes, so that people who could be swayed either way mattered on top of that. So that was really great, and I'm really happy Rishi's going to Summit, and who knows, maybe I'll try and sneak in as his coach. I won't. I can't do that. I have a job too. I can't take it off. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way things panned out. It's going to be a good lineup. I'm excited. On another note, thank you guys for all your support of me. This new job that I have, I really couldn't have gotten it without you guys. With the support that you guys have had for this, if you watch my interviews, if you've ever liked my commentary and said something nice about it, yeah, this job's all because of you, and I'm really excited for it. It's with a group of people who really understand esports and understand why people are afraid of that term too. And, you know, just today we shot a really cool thing with a Melee player, which most esports shows would think of as pretty anathema to the whole concept because Melee's not that big, but I think these people get it and get the stories that can come out of the scene, and which is part of the reason that we all love it so much. So I'm pretty psyched. I think it's going to be really good. I'm just excited to make more stuff, and you know that I'm going to pressure them to do Melee stuff as frequently as possible because I think some of the coolest storylines in the world, some of the most moving storylines in any game exist in this game. But it's you guys letting me tell those stories beforehand and encouraging me and giving me feedback that has allowed me to get to this point where I'm really living sort of a dream of mine in some ways. So thanks so much. Rishi and I have talked a little bit about the schedule, and I think we're going to keep trying to do just weekly Mondays for now. I've gotten the editing down to a pretty good science now. By the way, if the audio is a little weird, then let me know, since it has been a few weeks since I did it, and yeah, just let me know how it sounds. I went over it a few times this time because I screwed it up at first because I did the workflow wrong. Tired. But yeah, I think that's it. It's just you know, a big thanks from both of us. It's really cool having people who support you, but also who you feel like are your friends and understand you. I feel like you guys support us, not just, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm saying. It's cool to have a supporter base that really gets you. I think we're really lucky. Yeah, so that's everything. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know. I got a little pensive there. But I just wanted to express that genuine thanks to you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll try to give back to you by making the episodes and making more stuff like that. Yeah, all right. Love you guys, and hope you enjoy the rest of the episode. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back to Analog. We're gonna take a little bit look forward, like Rishi said. I want to do. Did you see?
Wait, before we get into anything,
Yeah.
we have a correction to make.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. We do have a correction to make.
So I think it was.
Okay.
Was
wait.
it our?
My battery is.
Oh.
No. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll change it in the middle if I need to.
Was it our episode 3 weeks ago where we talked about Ludwig and Chu? I think it was.
It was maybe even, yeah,
It was 3 weeks ago.
Okay, so 3 weeks ago we talked about Ludwig and Chu, and I stand by pretty much almost everything we said. I do think that the ideas of talking about it as was it clout farming or was it like really a good thing, I think that conversation was good, and we came to the conclusion that it, you know, bringing light to it is probably good. It's probably a bit of a gray area, but Ludwig understands that, and it's fine.
Yeah.
What we did say that was incorrect is I said the one thing that tainted it for me a little bit is that Ludwig took the VODs down, and why would you do that if the point is to show people these incorrect opinions?
And we now know.
So we thank you to Ludwig for reaching out to us. He was, you know, really nice and chill about it, but he was just like, hey dude, I was listening to the podcast and it said I took the VODs down. I didn't do that. They got taken down because I had music in them.
They, I think the VODs are still there even.
But they're unlisted. or something, or they're
Like,
muted.
I think part of them got muted.
Yeah,
I think you might still be able to.
Yeah,
find
he didn't
the
even
full
take
VODs.
them down, I think. Yeah. So that was false information on our part. We're really sorry for saying that. Sorry for coming at you neck, Ludwig, but thanks for being chill about it. So that's our correction.
Yeah.
We should have like a correction jar we have to put money into.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's do a scouting.
It'd be a very small jar because
We've never been wrong.
Yeah.
The entire time. This is the first time we've ever been wrong.
One
and if
quarter.
Edwin Budding says anything different, I'll fucking murk him. Speaking of Edwin Budding, did you see that scouting report article he did on Queens?
Oh, I skimmed it. I didn't watch.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. It was just like, here's a region no one really talks about in NYC. Here's players that are good from it.
Yeah.
Whiskers is the best player in Queens. I'm the only person who beats Whiskers from Columbia.
Isn't Cody the best player in Queens?
He does mention Cody, but Cody doesn't go to anything in Queens.
Yeah, that's
it was
fair.
about like the Queens scene.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But Cody is the best player in Queens.
Yeah.
But it talked about like old school people too, like OTG and yeah, it was just a little rundown on the history and like, you know, when Space Ghost was good and still playing Melee, so it was cool.
That is cool.
And we're gonna do a scouting report of our own. By the way, when you do your scouting report on Manhattan, I mean, everyone knows about the good players who are here, like Rishi and stuff. So I feel like if Whiskers was the best, player in Queens, you should mention someone who like consistently beats him in that scouting report. I don't know, it just makes sense to me. Anyways, we're gonna do our own scouting report on the Mango.
Yeah, we just took a look at this attendee list. There are exactly 300 people attending right now.
Yes.
And
yes.
I know that there are people who are attending who have not yet registered, who are good. Like I mentioned SFAT earlier, he's not registered.
Yes. Now, first of all, go back to the top of this list because there are a few people I want to address a statement to. TSM Leffen, Tempo Axe, OG Swedish Delight. Is that all of them?
That might be all of them.
Don't try it this tournament, okay? You made it in, right? I know. I'm only worried about Leffen, actually. I'm only worried about Leffen.
I'm pretty sure Axe is going random.
Yeah, right? Okay, yes.
Swedish, I think, wants to drink this time.
He's gonna get drunk.
Yeah.
So I'm only worried about Leffen. Leffen, please get drunk and... God, it's so hard because...
Play your Marth.
No, he could still make it far enough that it's not hype. It doesn't even matter if he wins. If he makes it...
he could get top... Actually, yeah. He probably could get top
Dude,
5.
he totally could.
His Marth. I'm just
considering how other people are going to be playing too.
That's true. Yeah, I'm trying to look at he probably wouldn't beat S2J with his Marth. He probably he might beat Chu. He definitely wouldn't beat Duck with his Marth.
He could absolutely beat Lucky and Westballs.
Yeah.
And Mike Hayes.
Hugo would probably beat his Marth.
Griffin would shit on it. That's the one person I'm confident would destroy it.
Yeah.
Griffin would destroy it.
There are so many good people going to this tournament.
Yes. So let's do a little scouting report. So S2J is one of the premier candidates to make it in.
Yeah, so S2J, Westballs all said that they were just going to go win the Mango and get that summit spot.
And we've talked about, when we've talked about this tournament, we've talked mostly about Fiction and Army, and that's partially because we're memeing, but it's also because, you know, Army's #2 in SoCal, but Johnny's put a hell of a national resume together this year. Army...
It's so bracket dependent.
Yeah.
It's so bracket dependent. It is much less bracket dependent for Johnny. I mean, not that Army's bad against Peach, but obviously Peach is always, like, against Icy's favor, and there are some good Peaches coming.
Okay, so realistically, let's name everyone we think could win this tournament. S2J?
Duck.
You're skipping over Chu?
I don't think Chu will win.
Do you think he could?
Actually, yeah. No, now that I'm looking closer at the entrance, I think he could.
Yes, especially because
there's a lot of spacies.
Yeah, Lucky.
Yeah,
maybe Westballs. And then Hugo and Mike, not so sure about.
I put him in the next tier. I don't know if either of them would be a candidate to win.
No. Bladewise, also not so sure about in the next tier. I think Griffin is in the first tier.
Of winning?
Yes. He has beaten, like, every single player.
So the thing is, though, like he has the assortment of wins, but I don't know if we've seen from him the ability to go deep into the bracket.
He's had a lot of, like, 9th place runs at Nationals this year. He's had a lot of really, really good runs, like 9th, 13th. and then he gets cut off right before the tier of players who are all at Summit already. I think he could totally do it.
I think, I'm not doubting him. I would not put him in that first tier with S2J, Chu, Dux, Lucky.
Neither would I, but I would honestly maybe put him ahead of like Hugo and Mike. That's in the second tier, is what I'm saying. Because Hugo is...
I'd put him above Mike right now.
Hugo's really bracket dependent, is the thing. I'd put him above Mike in skill level, and Hugo's very bracket dependent.
I guess. I mean... I don't know. I think I'd put him near Hugo at maximum.
Okay. Squid, lower than that tier even. Spark, the same thing. Keizu, same thing.
Absent Page is somewhere up there.
Absent Page is first tier, absolutely. Yeah. He totally has a shot to win the thing. He's a front runner for it. And then you have Cactus Tai, Vincessant, Rocky, Eddie Mexico, Moki is in the second tier. And then Army is first tier as well, who's not even on this list.
Moki I'd put closer in like the Mike Hayes tier.
Yeah.
Like not with Hugo.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I feel that. Yeah, I agree. And then who else do we know that's going?
SFAT, first tier.
Okay, so...
I'm pretty sure PPU's going.
Oh, and there's Fiction. He's just really low.
Yeah. Pretty sure PPU's going also first tier.
That's everyone, I think.
Yeah, everyone that's registered.
Yeah.
Ringler.
Ringler's already going to Summit.
Ringler's popped into my chat a couple times, and I'm in the DK Discord now, so now we're labbing DK stuff, so we're going to experiment at Summit. I've been experimenting with the instant uncharged DK punch as a forward-facing approach option. I actually got a kill off of it like last week.
Okay. Anyways, back to things we're talking about. Dude, the fucking video was released already, okay? Dude, Dage. Let's get Dage to qualify for Summit. Dage.
Who is that?
Dage is Daydreamin'. He's a former support player for a Pro League of Legends team. He works for Riot. He's super cool.
Oh, that's cool.
He's a sick Falco. He's won a TNT before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Banana. Why is Banana's on the third page?
Or maybe he got second at a TNT. But Dage is pretty good. Like, he won't win the tournament, but he's a sick player.
Okay, so now we've established who is capable of winning.
Who is going to win?
My first pick is SFAT.
Okay.
So let's talk about who we think is most likely to win, assuming Axe and Leffen are both going not their mains and drinking.
Yeah.
So who's most likely to win in our minds and who we want to get in to Summit.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
Zach has never had good luck happen to him ever in his life. There's no fucking way he's winning this tournament, dude. Are you kidding me? SFAT's not going to win the tournament.
I'm a believer. I believe in Zach.
Okay, and that's not entirely true. Zach's won SSSs he's gone to, and he's also can be a pretty lucky player sometimes. That's one of the things people level against him the most to diminish his skill level.
Okay, so
in the narrative, in this saga of SFAT, you really think he wins this tournament?
Now's his time.
He busters out, and he smiles and grins while it happens.
No, dude, this is his chance. This is where he breaks the curse. Everyone has the moment where they break history's patterns.
So if I'm favoring someone to win this tournament, you know who I think it is, actually?
S2J?
It's Pew Pew You, dude.
Yeah.
Look at all these spacies.
I know.
Look at all these ice climbers, who he's pretty good against now.
He's the best versus Ices.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the threats. And my next pick besides either of the PewFat boys
is S2J, right?
Is S2J. Depending on what time of day you ask me, I would say one of those three.
I think it's probably going to come down to PewFat Johnny Grand Final, or maybe PewFat, but I think it's probably going to come down to Kevin Johnny Grand Final.
So let's talk about who is a threat to whom.
Okay, yeah, that's a good way to talk about it. So Griffin is a threat to everyone but Zach on that list. He has wins on all of them. He actually has a good record against Pew Pew You.
Yeah. Yeah.
Griffin is like if we're talking about people who
he even put up a good fight against Zach last time, right?
Yeah. It was game 5.
Yeah.
At that one tournament we talked about. So Griffin is a real threat. See, dude, Griffin could totally do it, is what I'm saying. But in terms of, like, threats, he has a good record against Pew Pew, and he's very good at the tech chasey game, as we all know. He's beaten S2J multiple times before, I think. So
Okay.
yeah, I think Griffin's a big threat. Absent Page is a threat to all of them, except I don't know how he deals with Marth.
Absent Pages isn't a threat to PPU, in my opinion.
Right? Okay, that's what I was...
Or SFAT.
You think?
Yeah.
But a threat to S2J for sure.
Yeah, he beat him.
Yeah. West Balls can shut S2J down easily.
West did beat
Or
PPU
SFAT.
last time
Yeah.
they played, but
Wait, was it last time? Didn't...
it was last time. It was Big House.
Oh, it was Pew Pew who lost that. Yeah, Kevin got 25th.
Yeah,
Almost.
but PPU's record against West is so
Overwhelmingly
one-sided.
good. Yeah, overwhelmingly good.
That I don't know if I'd use that as an indicator.
Mike Hayes is a threat to SFAT.
Not at the Mango. Not this time, I think.
No? Okay. Yeah, that's a... I actually think Mike might probably take it pretty chill.
I think Duck is a threat to both SFAT and PPU.
And we'll see about S2J. Right
And
now,
we'll see about
it's
S2J.
hard to say.
Yeah, the thing is, like, Duck has now beaten None twice, but he still struggles with both of the other top Falcons.
Yeah, and None is also the... Like Zane still struggles against Falcon. We know that. But once he beat None that one time, everyone's like, oh, he solved it. It's like,
yeah, no, he didn't.
Because None plays so different.
Yeah, he does. Very different.
Just also, like, he plays so different not just in his punish game and his reads and everything, but his stutter steppy thing and the way that he throws out tilts and stuff.
It's like you're watching a different character.
Yeah, it's so different. So he doesn't count. Cactus is a threat.
Cactus is always a threat. Cactus could get into Summit through this tournament.
That'd be sick. Rocky is a real threat.
Yeah.
To PPU the least, again.
Yeah.
But very real threat to SFAT and S2J. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I don't think he'll beat SFAT. I think the chance is pretty low.
He's beaten SFAT multiple times before.
Oh, really?
In NorCal.
Oh, I just didn't know that. Never mind.
I might be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, as long as one of us is right, analog is right.
Yeah. Right. Nothing goes in the
Nothing goes in
correction
the jar. That's the option coverage.
Keizu can always pull a repeat from last year.
That's true.
Spark also, we didn't mention. Spark is a threat in the same way Face Roll is, but a little bit less probably.
Not to any of those three. Not to PPU, SFAT, or S2J.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Okay. Bladewise is...
I feel like to beat any of them as Sheik, like, you have to be on a much higher level.
Maybe. I think actually, I don't know about Keizu, because that tournament was, like, it was... Well, did he beat Zach at that tournament?
I don't remember.
Or did Zach...
I think he beat, like,
Zach
Lucky
win
or
that
something.
tournament? No,
Keizu, Swedish won that tournament.
Oh, that's right. But Keizu beat... Cyrox beat Zach. That's what happened, right? Yeah. And then it was Cyrox versus Keizu losers finals.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I don't think any of the three Peaches are really that big of a threat, honestly.
Yeah.
Because all of these players either have good matchups against the character or are just SFAT, who's amazing against the character, honestly.
Chu is a threat to them,
obviously.
Except for PPU.
Yeah.
Even then, Chu is one of the most wildest of cards. That it really only takes a couple interactions.
So explain to me why you think... I understand why you think Absent Page isn't a threat to Pew Pew. Why do you think he's not a threat to SFAT?
Absent Page to SFAT?
Yeah.
I think Absent Page's style is very grounded. And I think SFAT has a really, really solid understanding of footsies. That's the short of it.
Okay. What if this is when the Marth comes out?
The absent Marth?
Yeah. That he won't tell us about.
The one that we're not
truly
allowed to
absent.
ask him about.
Someone subscribe to Anthers.
Yeah.
Dude, Anthers Ladder was also so laggy last night.
I know, it was awful.
Because Anthers overloaded his servers.
Yeah. I don't think SFAT will. So, a reminder to all our listeners, SFAT is not bad against Marth. He's just bad against Zane.
Yeah.
So I think
also, Zane's a better player than him.
Yeah, I think SFAT would be fine against absent Marth. Also,
Dude, I feel
speaking
so...
of...
See, okay, this is what I'm talking about with Zach, okay? So Zach has wins on a number of gods. He has a win on M2K.
Yeah.
He's beaten Mango, right?
Yeah.
Has he beaten Mango?
Yeah, he's
beaten Mango, right? And he's beaten HBox multiple times.
Yeah.
And he had huge wins on HBox.
Like within a couple years.
Like he
beat
destroyed HBox at that one big house, remember? It was just disgusting.
He beat him at, what, like CEO last year?
Yeah, he's destroyed him. And SFAT's a great player, and everyone knows that. But why is it that when Zane beats HBox at Shine, people pop the fuck up? I mean, it was winners finals, I get it. But like, the story of SFAT does not allow him to win this tournament. It doesn't. Do you get what I'm saying?
The story's not over, my man. The story is not over. The book has not closed.
Everyone thinks Zach is such a bad player.
There's still ink in the pen.
The funniest thing, the story of SFAT is such that, okay, Zach has such a rap for people like not liking him as a player that the recent new wave has been about how smart Zach is, even though he plays so slow.
Yeah.
That's the new thing people are saying about Zach. Toph being like, oh, once you hit Zach, it's just you can't hit him again after that because his DI is so amazing. People are like, yeah, he's the best low APM player. It's like, this is really how you have to give compliments to him now. He's a sick fucking player, dude. He was top 10 for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Poor Zach, dude.
Poor Zach.
Just another one of the tragedies of Spacey mains. They don't get the respect they deserve.
But he's actually like the player with the least
respect per skill.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That is a perfect way to put it. He has to be, right?
Yeah.
Other than Ice Climbers players.
And Puff players.
He has to be, right? Definitely Spacey main.
Yeah,
with
for
the
sure.
least respect
Definitely the least respect per skill Spacey player by far. Yeah.
Like, I can't think of anyone else who has that. Like Swedish, maybe. It's Swedish and Zach.
He's Swedish and Zach. Yeah, everyone's like, Swedish is so boring to watch. It's like, Swedish is actually sick. Like, if you think less about, like, who's pressing the most buttons and think more about, like, who decides to use what move and when, then both SFAT and Swedish become so much more interesting to watch.
Who has the most respect to skill ratio? Is that too mean to say?
Oof. There are a lot. Let's see. Anyone on this list? I don't know if I want to call anyone out.
I like everyone on
I
this
respect
list.
all players.
True. True.
I beat him with my DK last week. 2 weeks ago.
Who
else here have I beaten with my DK?
Okay.
I don't think I played Millhouse with my DK.
I don't know. I don't know that there's that much of a too much respect for skill thing.
Zane. He just dashes back.
That's the right answer.
Zane bitch made with a dash dance. Oh, you mentioned Anthers. I wanted to say, now that knock on wood, my work has cooled down a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And that summit campaigning is over.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw, I tweeted on Thursday. I was like, all right, guys, now that I've done all this stuff, I'm going to take a breather from Melee. I literally ate my dinner, watched an episode of Game of Thrones, and then I went back to Twitter. I was like, all right, guys, amazing break. I feel so refreshed now. Summit grind starts today. And since then, I've been practicing and studying every day.
Yay. Yeah, I'm very excited for you at Summit in general.
Well, what I found is that Anthers is not a good place to practice.
Whoa.
It's
when did you find that one
I know,
out?
right? But it's just the pacing of playing on Anthers where you're just kind of looking for a match and you wait. Like the best thing you can get out of Anthers is playing and it being fun. And
I think when I actually want to practice on Anthers, I usually play friendlies. I search for endless friendlies.
I just go on.
But then it's just hard because you get matched with someone who isn't good practice.
Yeah, so now it's like I'll seek someone out on Facebook. Like there's a top 100 player net play group, and then there's the Discord, and then I'll be able to manage my pace more easily of when I want to find someone good to play and when I want to study and take notes and get advice from someone else. So I'm not really doing Anthers Ladder that much right now, but I'm practicing. It feels good to get back into it. It's been a while since I've really gone into practice mode.
That's great. Okay, the entire time you've been talking, I've been thinking about most respect for skill. And what I've realized is that I think usually when people... I think the Smash community is more willing to tear people down than build them up, so it's pretty rare for it to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was thinking of...
And people in general.
Who do you think are the players who people perceived the most as having more respect than skill, but it actually wasn't true? Because, like, I think Cyrox is in that list. I think Cyrox came out and he was huge, and people overrated him, but he wasn't actually overrated at all. He had amazing performances at Eden and other tournaments.
Yeah.
He's, like, actually fucking sick.
Yeah.
I think that he wasn't, like he was still an easy top 30 player up until he stopped playing, and it wasn't like he was overrated at all. Like, I think Cal was a similar story. Some people overrated Cal for sure, but that kid was sick, and he had been doing big things in the Midwest even before Gods and Gatekeepers.
I don't think that's the same story.
It's not quite the same, but it's...
There was like a very distinct period of time of like heavy inflation following.
Yeah, there was. No, you're right. Cal might have been the biggest one.
Yeah.
I'm very sad that we don't see Cal doing
and that's
stuff.
not his fault at all.
No,
that's just like people.
But that's the thing. But was it even too much? Because he deserved it for what he did to Kalamazoo.
It was. Because people were asking if he was like a top 30 player.
But did you see what he did to Kalamazoo? Did you see what he did to Kalamazoo?
I actually don't think I ever watched it.
Oh my! You should watch that. You really should.
I was just too annoyed at the narrative.
But you really should watch it.
I'll check it out.
It's actually so gross.
Poor Keizu getting even like that one video of like him versus Cyrox, since we're talking about Cyrox and Cal.
Yeah.
This video that breaks down like his like frame by frame interactions with Cyrox. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do know.
Yeah.
It was the turn down for Walt video.
Yeah.
My camera just died. I was going to try and get us out right before that happened, but it didn't. Sorry, guys. First episode back means I forgot to charge my battery. But we're pretty much at an ending point anyways, I think.
Yeah.
This is right around where we would want it to stop anyway, so I'm not going to get up and get another battery. We're just going to say goodbye. And I think we're also going to say thank you. Because, you know, when we were in that Discord shepherding votes, a lot of it, you know, I said that the video was a big part, and I think it was, but most of the people who I saw who messaged me on Twitter were people I knew already.
Yeah.
Who said, I have a lot of votes for Rishi, I want to use them.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fucking cool.
It was definitely a large coming together of people, which was really cool. And we made it happen.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Me neither, Alexa.
Not sure how it happened, but it did. I really thought, I was so worried you weren't going to get in.
Yeah, me too.
And it was just so heart-crushing to me because you absolutely, I'm so happy you did.
thought it was over in the last minute. I thought it was done. I was sitting at 45K votes. I was like, all right, that's all the votes that I know of that I have. And then from the depths of God knows where, we had 15,000 more votes come in the last 30 seconds.
We don't know. We don't know where it came from. Yeah, it's sick though. I've not tuned into the past summits that much. Like, I've watched them. I watched grand finals and stuff. You know, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but I wrote M2K's blurb, and it was for SSBMRank, and it was all about his win because it's.
Yep.
I think it's the most magical moment of. Well, there have been a lot of, but it's one of the most magical moments of Melee history in the past few years. It's just so insane. It's so incredible. It's the sort of thing you'll remember forever, more than all the other big wins people had. But this summit, this is going to be. I think that there are 15 players who I can't predict they'll go 0-2.
It's going to be fun.
Well, actually, I don't know because we only know. Sorry. I was trying to shit on Shiz there. I'm just going to be open about it. There's 14 players right now who I don't know they'll go 0-2. And it might be 15 and it might be 14 after that.
Yeah, we'll see who wins the mango. God damn.
Yeah, all right.
All right, guys, we will be back next week. Believe it or not.
Yeah, congrats to Shiz for getting it. Just like, I'm sure it'll be a great learning experience for you.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.